everybody, welcome back to my channel. If you don't know me, my name is Johnny and I'm a zookeeper. Today, we're gonna meet 3 animals from Madagascar, but they're not actually from the movie Madagascar. So we won't be meeting a giraffe today, or a hippo, or a zebra, or a lion, but 3 animals that actually a lot of people have never heard of before. So let's just go ahead, jump in, and get started. Okay, so we are actually gonna start out with not our smallest animal, but our cutest animal. This is Ella, and she is not a hedgehog. A lot of people think she's a hedgehog. Hedgehogs live in Africa. This is an animal that is endemic to Madagascar, and she is called a Tenrec. She is specifically a Madagascar lesser hedgehog Tenrec. She's just called a hedgehog Tenrec because she kind of looks like a hedgehog, but she's not even related to a hedgehog. The crazy thing is one of her closest relatives is actually an elephant, which is insane. So they kind of belong to this weird group of animals, and one of their closest relatives are manatees and elephants, which are really awesome. So the reason that she's called a hedgehog Tenrec, again, is because she kind of looks like a hedgehog. She has all of these nice little spines that you see covering her whole entire body, other than her body where she has nice little tiny soft fur. So she will actually roll up similar to a hedgehog to protect all of her body with all of those really sharp spines all over her body. So when she curls up, she can raise up all of those modified hairs or spines. And then that way, if an animal comes by and tries to grab her or even sniff her too hard, she can actually jerk backwards if she needs to and jab all of those spines into that predator's face, which does not feel good. She is actually a nocturnal animal. All 3 of the animals that we're gonna meet today are actually nocturnal. So they are really active right now. Look at that cute little face. So Ella actually has a really tiny little mouth. She's got a nice long nose to be able to smell everything, and she loves to eat insects. So we call her generally an insectivore because she will specialize in eating those things. In the wild, they are a little bit of an opportunistic eater, so if they have the opportunity to eat other things that are not insects, for instance, baby mice, they will actually eat those as well. But she's super tiny. She would rather eat insects. So generally, that is what she eats every day, is her insectivore that's created for insectivores. And then she also will eat all of her nice, yummy insects, whether it's crickets or mealworms or waxworms. She's being super cute. All right, so I guess we'll say goodbye to Ella because she just wants to run around and play, which is a good time. All right, so we'll say bye to Ella. Sorry, I will warn you, I am going to be going through some of these animals really quickly because I'm showing 3 animals. I don't want this video to be 5,000 years long, AKA 20 to 30 minutes. I'm gonna hopefully stick to 10 minutes. So, again, if you guys have any other questions, things that you might wanna know, because again, these are animals that not a lot of people have even really heard of, especially an animal like a Tenrec that we just saw. So if you have questions, feel free to post your questions in the comment section and I will answer them. And also, if you guys want to, I can actually do longer videos on any of these individual animals. So that being said, let's move on to our next animal. These are the smallest ones I brought. Not really a favorite to some people, but they're really awesome and they're animals that we have to have and really rely on. So again, these are also from Madagascar. These are Madagascar hissing cockroaches. So if you guys take a look, this is actually a female in front. She has a nice flat head plate. And then this is our male. So you can see he has these little horns on his head plate. I wish my camera would focus a little better. So he has these 2 horns right here. Let's see, you can kind of see them. They do actually hiss and it's really cool. They have these little dark spots. Ooh, did you hear it? There he goes. So that is not him hissing out of his mouth. It's actually him pushing air out of those black areas around his body, and it makes a hissing sound. So they will make different hissing noises to either communicate with each other. Sometimes, especially in males, it might be a dominance thing. Sometimes the males will make a certain hiss that attracts females. It just kind of depends. So again, this is the female up close, and then the male's further down on my hand. These guys are very good roaches to have around. Like 99% of roaches, they are not pests. So 99% of the world's roaches are good. We rely on them, we need them. Roaches like this live in forested areas and rainforests, and they are down on the ground eating dead things, whether it's dead plant matter, leaf litter, anything that has died and is decaying on the forest floor. So we all know that we definitely need bugs, whether they live on the ground or under the ground, to eat dead things and make things healthy. So without them, if we had roaches disappearing, especially in areas like rainforests, we would be missing a lot of things. For instance, we get a lot of things from the rainforest. We get medicines from the rainforest. We get things like chocolate or cocoa beans or coffee beans from the rainforest. So not necessarily something that we need, but something that we definitely like and enjoy. We also get a lot of the world's oxygen from the trees in the rainforest. So we definitely 100% have to have animals like these guys to survive. So don't knock all roaches or all bugs. A lot of them are really excellent ones to have around. These guys cannot fly. If you notice, they don't have wings. Their mouths are really small. The most they've ever done is clean themselves, and they'll drool on me every once in a while, which is kind of gross, I guess. They're pretty cool. They're definitely animals that you have to get used to. I kind of talked about that in a previous episode with the tarantula and the scorpion. I still will admit that I struggle with the young ones because they are runners. Not that these guys don't run, but they're not super quick. For the most part, they just kind of hang out and do this. You see them? They're moving around, but they're not running around being frantic or anything. And they actually have, you can probably kind of see it, these little spiky things on their legs that help them hang on so they don't fall. And then little claws at the end of their feet to hook on to all of the little lines and everything on my hands, so that way they feel really safe. So again, these specifically are Madagascar hissing cockroaches, and you can find them in Madagascar. So we are meeting 3 animals today that we never learned about or potentially never saw in the movies Madagascar. Partially, it might be because they are really cool animals, but they're all nocturnal. So maybe they kind of forgot about some of our nocturnal friends. It kind of looks like the cheetah back there is eating our girl roach. So yeah, they are pretty awesome. They can be popular pets. They're definitely popular classroom pets. They're generally pretty easy to take care of. And you can have an entire community of these guys. So you can kind of see how she's using her legs to hang on right now. All right, so again, if you guys have questions, just leave comments below. So let's go ahead and get our last animal out. He is gonna be the biggest one, and his name is Dante. This is Dante, and he is a Dumerel's ground boa. He is endemic to Madagascar, so he is not a boa or a snake that we could find here in the United States, or if you are somewhere else. Hi Dante, he's being very active today, which is nice. It's always fun to watch a snake move. He is really liking my body temperature and getting really active. So being an ectotherm, he doesn't actually produce his own body heat. He relies on either the sun or external heat sources. So right now I'm kind of warm and he's using my body heat for his energy and to get nice and warm. Sorry, I'm not looking at you guys. I'm trying to watch what he's doing in the camera. But yes, Dante is really amazing. A lot of people sometimes are a little bit nervous about him because some people are nervous of snakes. I mean, he's being active, but he's not doing anything. He doesn't want to hurt anybody. No snakes do. A lot of animals don't really want to hurt anyone. Dante is very friendly. Being a ground boa, he obviously likes to live on the ground. And you guys can really check out that tongue. He actually is smelling. So a lot of people do know that, but a lot of people don't know that they actually smell with their tongue. He has a Jacobson's organ in the top of his mouth. So he will stick that forked tongue out and he will collect air particles in the air, pull it back in and rub it around on a Jacobson's organ. And that is actually how he smells. So you can more accurately pinpoint where animals are that he wants to eat. So being a snake, like most snakes, he loves to eat things like mammals. He also will eat things like birds and lizards. What a lot of people want to know sometimes when you have a snake out is it poisonous or is it venomous? He is neither. He is just a constrictor, so he does not have fangs because he does not have venom to inject into an animal that he wants to eat. He's got lots of really sharp teeth that face the back of his throat, so that way when he grabs a hold of a mouse or a rat or that bird or lizard that he likes to eat, he can grab a hold of it and he will squeeze it and constrict it, and that is how he kills and eats his prey. He won't actually inject venom into it, so I don't have to worry about Dante. He's just gonna be nice and hang out. He is pretty large. They will average somewhere between 3 to 5 feet, so he's a very big boy. But he is a beautiful boy. I'll get him a little bit closer so you guys can see this beautiful pattern. He also has some really beautiful eyes. He's so pretty. Say hi, everybody. So cute. So again, this is Dante. Beautiful. Well, thank you guys so much for joining me. I hope you guys learned something about some of the animals you can find in Madagascar. So I did kind of rush through a lot of it, and there's a lot of things that I did not talk about. So if you have questions, feel free to go down to the comments and ask away whatever questions you might have. Don't forget to like and subscribe to my channel if you want to continue to see new things. Also leave comments if you have other suggestions, other animals that you would like me to talk about. Thank you so much. I hope everyone had great holidays and Happy New Year. Bye, guys.